once
I thought
again.
I thought she wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, me neither. All right, thanks, Alexa. All right, I guess we are rolling. We are alive.
Let's go.
We're
Woo!
getting, yep, we're getting to one of our most interesting topics, porn. Um, so yeah, man. When did you start watching?
Uh, that's an introduction. Wow. I would give it in between fifth and sixth grade
Hmm.
because you know how school is. That's how it just like you know somebody looks it up in their phone in the middle of lunch and says, "Hey, look at this," and then that yeah you get corrupted for the rest of your life.
Hmm.
So you know.
Hmm. I mean, I always knew about it probably starting fifth grade to, now. I only started watching maybe maybe summer before freshman year of high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Started watching, and yeah, man, that's my story. I mean, why'd you leave? Like, why'd you stop watching it?
Um, Mostly because two reasons. It
Hmm.
just isn't the same, you know.
Hmm.
And plus, I've also ran out of time,
Hmm.
and also I was like, you know what, the no nut November and all that stuff, like
Hmm.
that was like a major contributor. But
Hmm.
now it's kind of like a on and off thing. Like sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. So I
Hmm.
have a balance. Like if I'm doing too much, I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna stay up past 12 just doing it. That's weird.
Hmm.
But you know, before I would just do it every day just because like oh yeah what's new today like a weirdo. But if a man's got to do what he had to do, so if I got to do then I'll do it. If not, then I won't do it. So
Yeah. So you have control over the urges, essentially.
basically.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, for that month that I was watching it, like at the end of the month, like I already told you, is like, dude, I was just like looking at myself one time while watching. I was like, dude, what am I doing with myself? You know, like
Yeah.
I kind of just looked at myself and I'm just like, God, I'm like that thing from The Hobbit. You know what I mean? Like, and,
Just
and
really angled on the seat, like you're just like standing on it. Sometimes you gotta get a different angle on it. Like,
hey, man, whatever you
okay, I don't
into,
know
I
about the
guess.
standing, but
But
it's
yeah, I mean, I did do a standing one time. It's not too bad. Yeah, but anyway, again, separating ourselves from our own interests. Um, yeah, man, I just looked at myself and I was like, damn, what am I doing? You know, and I stopped. Um, I mean, from time to time, yeah, I do look up like, pornographic material, right? I don't like go to like websites and do that. I just straight up do the old Google images, the old trusty Google images. Well, then that's it.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just weird, man, to me how addicting it is for a lot of people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
because it's like alcohol. Like it's socially accepted for guys to just be like every day, and like it's in our culture and stuff like that. So there's
yeah.
no stigma behind it. So it's like it's something you gotta bat. It's like everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. All of a sudden, you stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Everyone starts like, hey man, there's enough drink for you, and it's like you get tempted and stuff like that. It's like because everything around you is so sexual, man. You can go on social media and like half of it is sex. You look outside, half of it is just naked people on a billboard. Like it's everywhere. It's like BET awards, just butt naked people. I like there's really no escape for it. It's like even if it's not like
Yeah.
straight up like hardcore, it's still there's like soft core. It's like monetized heavily and normalized. So it's like what can you do? Like you start noticing it, like it's just everywhere once you stop, and it's like oh my god, it's like you're in the Matrix or something. Like
Yeah. And at a certain point, you just gotta like be like, yeah, dude, this is the world, you know? And it's a weird thing because for me, it's like once I kind of accepted how like sexualized our society is, I kind of just like got over it, like got over how, sexualized our society is. And I was like, yeah, you know what? A girl wearing a dress with mounds of cleavage and that accentuates her butt, well, yeah, that's just apparently the normal now. And it kind of just made me step away from that,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of weird, because you'd think it would be the opposite. You know what I mean? There's like so much of it around you that you get so addicted. But for me, it was the opposite. I was just like, it doesn't do anything for me now, you know?
Yeah, because it's like we're numb. It's like we're
Yeah,
numb. It's like, oh wow, there's so much. Gonna have to do more than that. Like so you gotta do something impressive. And it's like, I don't know, man. We probably have seen it all on the like in our world. So it's just like, there's nothing really like new. It's just, oh well, there's a butt in front of me. That's cool, I guess. Like
yeah,
there's nothing. Like probably like if like I was actually thinking like, look, if you take somebody from like the 1800s, like like get George Washington. I feel
mhm,
like one of the first, and you give him a phone and Instagram, and one of the first things that would happen, it would just be him following a lot of women because that like it's like I don't know what happened. It's like I don't know what happened in the water, but like it's just like everything is so sexual, and not only that, it's so exaggerated. Like BBLs, all this stuff. Like we're like we're just making every single sexual part of our body just bigger, bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and it's like we're overdosing on it now. It's like people will kill to have these bodies. Like it's insane.
yeah. I mean, everybody wants to look hot, man. You know.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, no, man, it's like you can't really get away from it. I mean, to be honest with you, humans we're meant to survive and mate. Those are our two main objectives, stripping us down to the bare bone. That's what it is, really. So,
Yeah,
I
so
get,
it's like,
yeah,
we're messing with that nature of just like the reproducing thing. We're messing with that urge so much now.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at the porn industry, it's like Jesus Christ, man. Like, how much you want to bet there's just a whole team at Pornhub just like thinking of ideas of what new films to film. You know what I mean? There's like this whole thing. Oh, people might be into this. People might be into that. You
Yeah,
know
there's
what I mean?
probably is people for that. It's like the advertising and all that stuff, man. Like I forgot.
Mhm.
I can't fully say. Then I'm not gonna say it because I don't even know if I can fully remember. I just know one thing about the porn industry is like they did something in terms of advertising that was so great that regular stores took it. I don't know if it was like the buy one or get one free or it's some concept like that. They took it from the porn industry. So those people are really getting their advertising up there. They're really they're marketing out there. I'm not gonna lie, man. So probably the free trial. I don't know, but something like that. But they like yeah, they always and they're probably thinking of the most craziest stuff now because like a lot of the stuff now is really just they're pushing like the most taboo subjects possible. First, it was like cheating and like you know CEO and secretary. Now it's just I can't even say the stuff now. Like just
Yeah, exactly. It's everything of your like wildest like fantasies.
exactly. It's just like crazy. Like
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, one thing though I will say about the porn industry is, God damn, it has to be pretty embarrassing for some of those girls to walk away, like some of the stuff they have to do. It's like I've seen some porn girls say like they like crying about, some of the stuff that they had to go through. It's like, dude, in some of these films they actually have to get like raped, you know?
yeah, they have to
And
act that out.
yeah, and it's like, dude, you're literally, broadcasting to millions of people yourself getting like defiled, basically, like raped, peed on, it's like it's very just like it's letting somebody like dominate you in front of millions of people. It can't be, that has to be quite mentally taxing, afterwards,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of the people who go into the porn industry, they've been like abused as kids or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they go into it. But
Yeah,
oh,
it's kind of sick once you think about it, because like in general, a lot of sexual people like hypersexual,
mhm.
like they can't do anything without sex. Like every day they are like I shout out to Anise, tapped in the head. Like they're very like they either got abused or something happened traumatically in their childhood, and they like rewired their brain, and they end up going into the porn industry because it's kind of a smart move. Like if you're just want sex 24/7, you might as well just get paid for it, right? But like I'm saying it like if it's normal, but it's not. It's not good thinking, but that's like the sad state of it too. It's like, most of these girls, like maybe I can see a few actually enjoying what they're doing. It's like, like because like sex is supposed to feel good and you're getting paid for it. Like, hey, I don't know what else, some people could want. So, but a lot of times it's like some deep psychological mess, which really what all this porn stuff really is anyway. It's just a psychological mess, and it's just fueling that machine. That's really what it is doing.
Yeah. I mean, like even watching it messes you up psychologically if you think about it. You know what I mean? Like like we previously said, it's addicting. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people who I've spoken to, it's like it's all they think about sometimes, and that's just not good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just I understand it's literally like half of our existence is to mate, but it's like Jesus Christ, you're letting 50% be 100%. You know what I mean?
exactly. And
I mean,
if you're like messing with it too much, it's sometimes things stop working, or like you just can't. You constantly keep thinking about it to the point where it's like all you see of others is just like sexual objects. Like that's all your brain is thinking about, just constant like sex, and it's like it's sick. Sick. And I could even say I've gone through an extent of that, not fully 100%, probably 65. I'll
yeah,
give it that. But like being in that type of state is like it's sickening. Like because that's something you're supposed to, like in the Bible it says like you're only supposed to do it with your wife or your husband, and now we just do it with anybody, and we're kind of seeing why that was written, whether for whatever reason, because there's a discipline aspect to it, because now you're like out of control and stuff like that. Once you keep doing certain things like watching porn or just having sex in general, it's like it messes with your dopamine.
yeah, for sure. I mean, um, with that, for a lot of people that messing with dopamine, it kind of because of it's messing with your dopamine, it becomes like a routine thing for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they just sometimes it's like they don't even want to do it. They it's become such a routine that like, oh, I gotta look up this specific porn video and jerk off to this before I go to bed. It's like, you can't even go to bed without jerking off some of these people, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I mean, I'll say for myself, like, I got an addiction to masturbation, and I talked to Imani about this. It's like it wasn't even because I wanted to do it; it just became a routine thing for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In sophomore year, like, yeah, and it was just like a little short term pleasure as well. That just like, oh well, here I can end the day off with my whiskey, or in other words, jerking off, and it's just like
mm-hmm.
a lot of times I couldn't even go to bed without wanking one off, man, and it's just like that is not freaking healthy, you
It's
know
not.
it's not healthy because it's like you're letting you know like it's so weird because it's like you're letting sex basically determine whether it's going to end your day or not, you know what I mean? Like going to bed is ending your day, right?
Yeah,
And the block of that is whether or not you jerk off, which is that cannot be good for you, man. Cannot be,
it's
you know.
not. Yeah,
No, and I mean, I've gone over it for sure. You know what I mean? It's just and I know a lot of dudes too. Like they told me they jerk off every single fucking day. Oh, cursed. But anyway, well, this episode's kind of graphic, right? So,
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't keep cursing though, but yeah,
but yeah, no, dude, like they've told me every single day, and I'm just like, damn. Like I understand you're a teenager, but it's like you kind of setting the foundation to be addicted to sex when you grow up. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
kind of are. Yeah, but I don't know. It's also it like messes up your interpretation of sex because like a lot of teenagers they don't know that how it works in porn is not how sex actually works. You know.
Yeah, because I feel like everyone at our age could say like that porn is the reason they quote unquote know so much about sex, like, or at least that's how they feel it should be. And really, it's not because it's really like porn is just fantasy, you know. And it's kind of most of it is just appealing to guys anyway. So it's of course just a guy doing whatever he needs to do to get his, and just
Yeah.
using a woman as an object. And
Yeah.
our our age is just like take that and you know run with it. It's like that's how it's supposed to be, and it's really not.
Yeah, it's like in these movies they depict the guy going as hard as he can, but it's like, dude, like a girl's vaginal area is really sensitive,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
delicate. Like did you know sometimes girls bleed when you have sex with them? Like, did you know that? You know?
Yeah, and that's not even normal. Like,
Yeah. It's like, you can't always go, full strength because that is painful to them. You know what I mean?
yep.
I mean, I'm sure there's some women who could take it, but I mean, how many? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like you're supposed to like again treat every single one like an object.
Yeah. If you're like 6'4" and the girl's like 5'5", ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, like you gotta chill out a little. Like,
Yeah. But dude, it's crazy, man. It really is. It's just it's so like Jesus Christ, the porn industry has to be one of the biggest like entertainment industries, man, in the world. It has to be, you know.
100%. I don't see why it wouldn't be because it's 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 in our culture, man. It's like it's a part of our culture, whether people will acknowledge it or not. So it
Yeah.
must be like $1 billion industry. It has to be,
Yeah. To some
especially the
people,
stuff with. Mhm.
sorry, yeah, to some people it's become like a necessity porn. It's like soap or toilet paper, man. It's like
Yeah,
they
man.
can't live without it, you know. Oh man.
People will just sit there, buy OnlyFans, and we always like. I always be shaming these type of people that just are always just buying porn or just watching it 24/7 and stuff like that. Because sometimes to a point, like all the sexualization to a guy, like a little, like the littlest interaction with a woman is like the most of the world now. It's like because that's all they kind of like, and at the end of the day, most of them want. It's just interaction and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But now it's like they have to get it through the internet. Like they have to artificially develop it and stuff, And the
Exactly.
internet provides that, so they have the
Mhm.
opportunity to just go through that route. Like, oh, why would I go out and talk to a woman when I could just pay her? Like,
Yeah.
it's like it messes with the psychology of a lot of people in like
Watch,
multiple ways.
watching a porn film makes a guy feel like they're with a woman, like, makes them feel as though they're interacting. It's like kind of like eating tofu instead of real meat, you know?
Exactly.
And yeah, dude, that's always been the weirdest thing to me. Like a dude, he doesn't talk to many girls, but he watches a lot of porn just to like fulfill that, you know what I mean? To fulfill
Yeah.
that part of his life that's lacking. It's always been weird to me, you know?
Hmm.
Like it's just I don't know, it's kind of counterproductive if you think about it, because it's like, that's kind of putting you in the pit more and more, like you don't really I don't know, it's like the more and more you watch it, the less and less competent you become in terms of talking to women, you
Hmm.
know. Like yeah, dude, it's like a lot of these dudes who I told you about who jerk off every single day. It's like, dude, they don't know how to talk to a girl. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
and it kind of puts them back too, because like the objectifying thing, it
yeah.
makes you look at women as objects. So it's like you're not there for them; you're there for what they could provide with pleasure, and
Mm,
that's how you're gonna treat them because that's all you want from them, and that it just pushes you back because you can't view them as something else.
mm, yeah. And they treat it like a video game where it's like there's levels to it, and then the final is fucking them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, dude, it's like, oh, objective, the one thing you need to avoid is the friend zone. this, that, you know what I mean? It's like it's just you're jumping to these little, like you're on like a little pond here, and you're jumping to these little platforms, and you can't hit the water. That's the friend zone, to get to the final destination, which is sex, you know?
Yeah, that's how many people treat it because that's all they want at the end of the day. But it's like they treat it as a video game and not like a other human being you're doing it to.
Yeah. It's like it's become so like analytical and statistical. It's weird to me, man. It's like
Yeah,
we're kind of losing our haptic feedback when it comes to these sort of things. It's becoming so robotic, I feel,
yeah,
you know. And I hope society isn't moving this way, because I hope we treat things like this a little bit more seriously. You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel
Um,
like I feel like how this is going to be treated is like how everyone back in the day used to smoke cigarettes.
mhm.
That's what our generation is probably going to be looked at for. Like, oh, everyone used to, whatchamacallit, smoke cigarettes back in the day. And we used to make fun of them. Like, how do you get trapped in it? Now, when, our kids are, 30 years old, that's what they're probably going to say. Well, not even 30, like, 2, 3 generations, they're going to be like, back in the day, they used to watch porn every day. And all our like grandkids would be like, what? Ew. Like, and like, it's like disgusting. Not in terms of like, the sex of it. It's just like how could you just watch that every day? It's like wow, it's like the like they understand the psychology of it, and it's like wow, they used to overdose on that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're gonna be looked at as, that type of thing.
How could you destroy yourself on a daily basis, essentially,
Exactly.
you know? And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, cell phones in the pocket. It's like when people get testicular cancer, vaginal cancer, whatever it may be. I don't know. It's like people are going to look back at this in 20 years and be like, damn, like you guys just kind of, you smoke cigars every single day. You put your phone in your pocket. Like you're crazy, man, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, hopefully porn gets looked at the same way. I don't know if it will. Um, because it's kind of been glorified for the past however long it's been around, you know um
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, man, I don't know, it's so weird to me, like how it's become more and more easily accessible. What I mean? Like, how does porn l- level in terms of accessibility to things like normal everyday essentials like soap and all that? Like, it's so easy to go get soap. Just go to the store. You want porn?
Yeah.
Go look it up. Like, it's so weird to me. If anything, porn is easier to get than soap, if you've
Yeah.
ever
You
really
all you
think
have to
about
do is do this. All you have to do is type up. I'm not gonna do it. You see, this is just
it. Yeah.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's seven things. It's 7 presses and then enter. So 8, and you're right there. I think that's actually one of the biggest problems too, the accessibility of it. It's
Mm,
right there. It's like how could you not drink it? It's yeah, so
yeah. It's like having a brownie, like the most delicious brownie, and people telling you not to eat it. It's like, how you gonna do that, And
yeah.
but yeah, man, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, man. Yeah, but I don't know. And I think it's definitely, you overcome it when you mature, for sure. I feel like teenagers are the most susceptible to it, you know, just because
Mm-hmm.
at that age you're kind of hypersexualizing everything. So I guess porn will just fall in at that point if you're doing that.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know.
that's yeah. So because it's like you the hormonal things. It's like because back in the day, it used to be a joke like, all boys want to have sex. You can't fully say, I mean, we still do, but it's like we kind of have it satisfied for that urge and stuff. Like porn
Yeah.
isn't back then. It used to be in the back corner, and you would look here and there. It's like, what's that? Videotape, and you would probably get kicked out of the store and stuff. Now it's just 7 presses,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that's good or bad because it depends on the person, but it could literally either be, it's like, you calm your urges and then go about your day, but you have to do that all the time, which is still bad, or that changes your mentality about everything. So,
Like Bill Burr had a joke about something. It's like, you used to be embarrassed to go into the sex shop You know what I mean? Like you had to just run and get what you need and get out, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, but now it's like it's kind of shameless, you know?
Yeah,
And yeah,
bro. The amount of like people that are just openly like just telling sex stories and just like just all this stuff. Like it's so open about it. It's not really a taboo thing to talk about anymore.
yeah. I mean, one of the things you brought up in our private time talking together is like how people who haven't even gone through sex know what they like, you know?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It, I forgot about that because like
And
people be like, "Oh, I'm into BDSM. You're a virgin." Like, it's
yeah,
just,
exactly. How how you gonna be in it? Are you sure you're into that or are you just into the porn? You know what I mean? It's
exactly,
like, but yeah, it's also like I see girls and guys with this confidence, like they're already sex experts because of the amount of porn they watch. It's like, dude, you haven't even done it yet.
exactly. Like, I don't, I know what I'm attracted to, but it's not like I'll say, "All right, I want a finger where it needs to be." It's like, whoa, I didn't even get to feel that personally. I can't say it. Not like I like that. I don't know, no fingers, but like that. That's
Hey
what I'm
man,
saying. Like, you
you're
just
gonna get the finger up the butt at least once, dude. I heard that somewhere.
I'm not no. You see, like that's something I have to discuss with my wife. That's it. So
Exactly. Yeah.
you
No,
know,
no, thank you. Just tell her that.
yeah,
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
trying
tell
that
her.
with a
No, thank you.
random person. I'm not. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you got to have trust for that. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't just like I'm saying that I have to have a lot of experience with one person and have a lot of trust before we start experimenting with knives and ice and
Knives.
like
What?
like I don't I'm not gonna explain it, not like cutting each other. It's just like scrape it on the skin. I don't know, people are into that. I'm not personally into that, but like it's like the sensation of danger. I don't know, do it out in public, like it's like, bro, again, you're a virgin. Like it's just
Yeah. Jeez.
like I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know like if people really be playing with knives with each other. Like I don't know if they like
Probably.
stab each other. I don't know, bro, but
Probably. Probably.
again, so yeah, I can't. I don't know how people are just gonna go out there and full version, just they never got touched by the opposite sex in their life or the same sex, whatever y'all into, and it's just like, what I like this very extreme thing. It's like what is
Yeah. It's just, oh my God, dude. I don't know. It's just, again, that false confidence thing. It's like, it's so weird to me. It's like, how do you have this much confidence in something you haven't even done yet? You know?
exactly.
It's like, you see, that's how you get somebody pregnant. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. It's like oh yeah, I know if I do a 360 before I hit climax, you won't get pregnant. It's like, bro, what? It's like you don't even know. Like
exactly. Jesus, it's just, I don't know, dude. It's like my whole thing through high school is like, oh my God, there was one girl, right, who I used to hang out with. She used to act like such an expert. But it's
hmm
like, dude, oh my God. I remember she used to tell me like she just constantly watching porn and all this stuff. And it's like, I know everything. I know everything. But it's like, dude, that's like saying like you know how to kill somebody, but you've watched a ton of serial killer movies. It's like, what?
Actually, I got a better thing. It's like you play 2K, NBA 2K. Oh, I
Hmm.
know how to. I could beat Kyrie Irving. Like, no, it's completely different if you go through it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's just oh man, I don't God, it's I don't know, man. It's like the confidence thing is just weird to me, dude. I don't know. I don't understand it really. It's like I guess it's like people want to feel as though they know something. So it's like when they get when it's kind of like real estate. It's like you can watch as many videos as you want. It will help you, but it's not like actually going out there. Every real estate person has said, yeah, you can watch and you can research as much as you can, but how you learn about real estate is by doing it. You know,
yeah, exactly.
it's like so. It's kind of like that, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Um, Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's like, oh God, it's nothing that's weird to me is like experimenting when you've only been you had sex a couple of times, you know what I mean? Like experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, dude, shouldn't you do that like a year after, maybe, or like, I don't know. Even the whole thing of like experimenting is just like, Jesus Christ, dude. You know what I mean? It's like this much passion you're putting into this. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like why, like you don't even have a job yet. You over here grabbing everything. It's like hold on. It's like
Yeah,
it's like why are we spending time experimenting, doing with what? It's like read a book. Like I just,
I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, it's like with anything. It's like what we said for short-term pressure. It's like, it's okay to do it once in a while, but it's like, don't let it freaking consume your life, man. And it's like, we're moving with a lot of people, they're just moving to a place where it's like, okay, you know, let me get what I need to get done and then sex. Like it's on an equal, like, tier. You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like let me rush through all this so I could go, screw my girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. It's like a lot of guys are just waiting for that text message, like I'm horny, come
They're
over.
waiting for it
Like,
every day. Matter
yeah,
of fact, this is kind of personal. Well, kind of to me. Like I be on Xbox. Team game, Rainbow Six Siege. It's like 2-3, like in terms of who's winning and stuff like that. And then people go AFK, they mute their mic to go FaceTime like a random girl just for the attention and the opportunity of like getting like at least some sort of sexual pleasure over the phone. It's like, really? Like this is what we do. It's like and now it's like you're that what you call it? There's a
obsessed.
word. Obsessed. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're that you're anticipating it every day. It's like, oh my god, a girl called me. Let me mute my mic. It's like
Yeah. Jesus, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, like I said, humans to the bare bone, we just want to survive and mate. But like Jesus Christ, dude, it's like with a world full of so much more than that, like you're letting 50% of your life just be mate and the other 50% survive. It's like
yeah,
I think there's more to life now than just that, like we're not just a bunch of primates just running around, eating, killing, all that, and mating. It's like I think there's a lot more to life than that now. You know,
yeah,
it's like Jesus Christ. This is why I said, like, dude, we haven't really evolved. We just learned new words, man. And it's just,
exactly.
oh my God, dude, it's like, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird now. I don't know. It's like, God, I don't know, dude. I go back to that old joke that I had. It's like yeah, they're gonna have Tinder, but for like penises. You just put your penis there, and it's gonna get called Dicker. You know, remember that? And it's like the dick you
Yeah,
like goes left, the dick you don't like goes right. You know,
yeah, man.
and it's just gonna be that. And yeah, they're gonna call it Dicker, man.
I mean, it's kind of like that already with I guess how we view girls and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
whoever's the thickest. Like it's like okay,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, dude, like we have to exchange nudes to one another to be like, okay, this is the state. Like it's like that robotic thing I said. It's like, okay, you got to talk to them, got to chat them up, you got to send nudes, and then if they like it, go forward. It's like it's so weird, dude. It's like transactional, you know? I mean, no, yeah, I mean, there's some things that are transactional when it comes to a relationship or trying to get with a girl, right? Like, you spend time with each other, all that, right? That's technically a transaction. But it's like the robotic aspect of it, the sexualized robotic aspect is just so strange to me, you know?
mm-hmm.
It's like we've allowed sex to become sort of like a regimented part of ourselves, and it's weird.
Yeah,
It's weird. And like I'm not trying to sit here and claim I'm never horny. I never want sex. I'm not trying to say that. I'm a human being, but it's like I know when to control it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of people they're like, oh, I have seen butt. I'm gonna go home and masturbate. It's like, whoa, bro. Like it's like you get the inch of that feeling and it's like over for that. It's just like you have no control.
Yeah. I mean, with some things, if somebody does that, I can understand because, some things are just, they hit different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, yeah, it's like, let's say, you know a girl and, she's dressed up like a nice, elegant woman. It's like, it hits you differently because, she's, you know, not objectifying herself, but like just being a strong person. You know what I mean? Like it
Exactly.
hits
It's
you in
more. It
your heart.
shows like it shows like elegance instead
Yeah.
of just sexuality. It's like
Yeah,
you
it
know
hits you in your heart. So if you jerk off to that or something when you go home, I can't blame you for that, because
we're
it's
gonna
it's
edit
get
that out.
what?
No, no. I don't know. That was kind of a wild sentence. I'm not gonna lie, but
Hey man, this is the Raw Goats podcast. But yeah,
that's
no,
true. That's true. Mm-hmm.
if you jack off to that, I can't blame you because it's hitting different. It's not just the surface level shit. It's like inside. So as weird as
Mm.
that sentence sounds, boy, I don't know. You get it, right, Imani?
Yeah, yeah. I 100% get it. It's like it's different because like now it's like you're presenting yourself. It's still sexual, but it's not. It just says something different. It's like elegance with it. It's like
Mm,
you're showing off your body a certain way, and it's like it's not like you're showing skin. You're showing elegant, and it's like wow, and then it hits you different because that's kind of a dying art. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's the lines between sexual and elegance is really it's getting smaller and smaller by the day. So
yeah.
so once you see it one time, it's like wow, this is completely different. I need a more of this, and that completely changes a guy's mindset.
I guess you're sort of personifying what the traditional view of a woman is, which is it hits different for a lot of guys. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you can wear mounds of cleavage and tight mini skirts, but if you dress up elegantly, you look good, all that stuff. It's like it hits different for some people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the traditional, one's just there, but the other is like, I don't know how to describe it, but you understand. One is more obvious, where the other one is more complex. Kind
Mm.
of, I guess. I don't know. It's up for the viewers to interpret that one. But yeah. Mm. But yeah, man, porn's
Sex.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoo. Not.
porn's weird.
But
I think that's the end of this one.
yeah, man. It's so much psychological stuff, man. It's like it's it's tough out here for a guy, man. It's just there's too much butt around. It's like
Yep. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta you gotta look up. Don't look down at the butt. You gotta look up.
what does that mean? Oh. I didn't get it. I did not get it.
See, this is what I'm dealing with, people. Nah.
No, because I was taking it literal. It's like you mean look up, like look away from me, like you gotta like abstain from it, and then I realized what you meant.
Yeah. But
That's a good
anyway,
one.
yeah. See, this is the moments right here. This is what the raw goats are. We're just having fun here.
Yep.
Um, yeah, but yeah. Should have had a guest on for this one. Actually, I think that would have been great.
I
Um,
don't think we need to expose people's sexual habits besides ours.
I guess, yeah. I mean, hey, it's up to them to decide how much they want to talk about. We're not forcing them.
Yeah, and plus I don't know anybody that addicted, so let's clap it up for that. Our friendship group is not full of uh porn addicted women objectifiers. So
Not saying that we are. It's just
No, it's like, I feel like we could admit like okay, well, I don't know about the objectifying part that much, but the porn addiction was somewhat there,
Yeah.
and I feel like every guy could relate to some point of it, so that but like I don't think we know anybody like that is like an extreme example, but there are people out there that are extreme examples. I think that has to further develop, sadly,
Yeah.
like when people hit 25, that's when it really, like if they keep going that path, that's when it really starts to show itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least of what we know of in terms of people, in
Yep.
terms of porn addiction, at least of what we know of. But yeah, people, I think I could call the end to this one. All right, people, that was the Raw Goats podcast. People remember, always remember, be enlightened and stay enlightened. And
Stop watching porn. It's
stop,
bad.
yeah, and stop watching porn. And cancel that fucking subscription that I know you have. Cancel it. I know you have it. I know
I
you
know you
have it.
have it. You better stop. That
Yep.
woman does not care about you.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, people. But who cares about us? Us. Ooh, you see that, Imani?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Pay for our subscription though. Pay for our subscription, right? But
Okay,
anyway,
yeah, because we're actually providing something other than sexual appeasement. We're giving you motivation. We're giving you honesty. We're giving you discipline. You know what? You don't get that from porn.
yeah.
Exactly. Watch where your money goes.
When she tells you it's big, just remember you're paying for it. I'm such a piece of trash, man. I'm too
Hey,
bad.
man, are you a piece of trash, or is the person that paid for it a piece of trash? Those are the questions.
I think he's just a victim. I mean, he chose to be a victim, but he or she chose to be a victim at the end of the day with that. But
Hey, man. Harriet Tubman freed a lot of slaves, but she could have freed more if they knew they were mentally locked. So we tried.
we're trying. We're trying. Yeah. But anyway, Jesus Christ, long as outro ever. But anyway, people, yeah, that's it. Yeah.